global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello fam, welcome back to our channel. We're looking at Imo State and everything that is happening. In fact, it's a tripod news in one. But at the end of this news, you will decide for yourself if this is hilarious, or if it's painfully hilarious, or if it is painful, or if it is not hilarious at all and annoying. But you will decide eventually when you're done listening to this news. And this is all about Imo State and what is happening in Imo State. Those in Southeastern will please pay attention, and other people should please pay attention to this. It's quite alarming. But before we go into the newspaper, please, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do so now by clicking on the red subscribe button below. Beside it, you'll definitely see a bell notification icon. Please, God bless you as you click on it. Okay, but let's go straight into the news of the day. Okay, we all know the story of Hope Uzodinma, that from 4th he became the governor of Imo State. That is actually a foregone issue. And the fact that when he entered the state, he complained vehemently that there was no money, there have been embezzlement here and there, that he's coming to probe all and sundry. He came up with so much allegations here and there. And the fact that before Ehinitte left, he was at least paying salaries, was paying pensioners and all that, though not all, because there were backlogs of debts. So Ehinitte, the former governor, tried as much as he could, to pay the backlogs of the started paying currently. Now, when Hope Uzodinma came in, permit me to say, I'm being very apolitical. I do not belong to any party. I see it the way I see it. Now, when Hope Uzodinma came, Governor Hope Uzodinma came, he came on the platform that there are no monies on the coffers, and he is having every intention to probe Ehinitte and the past governors to recover as much monies as he could. Okay. He started the probing game, and he said that Ehinitte has stole so much money in billions. After a while, it was 3.7 billion. The money kept on, wasn't so consistent, but eventually. Salary earners, that's a civil servant to the state, started complaining that there is no money. The first one he did first, he took the security votes and paid them. Okay, he promised better governance and all that. Hope Imolites were a bit happy, but they were also watching in 3D. They were watching, not being so comfortable. They wanted to see if there's going to be a magic yet. Other persons believe that this whole good guy thing will not last, but whatever, we still give him credit. Now, to make the matters worse, now as we speak, civil servants have not received their salaries. He said there are no monies in the coffers. One would understand being that allocation money is now small. There are no monies from federal parastatal because of COVID-19, and we're not really selling oil, exporting oil. So to some extent, you may understand him. But after listening to what has happened, I just realized that maybe that's not the problem. Because as we speak, Hope Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, have decided to gift Imo State judges 20 SUV cars, brand new. And what was his excuse? It will amaze you that he actually made this known by making courtesy visit to the judges. He said that the gesture was necessary so as to bring about harmonious working relationship between the judiciary and other arms of government in Imo State. He also stated that the dividends of democracy can be delivered to the people when executive, legislative, and judiciary arms of government are working harmoniously. And he gave them 20 brand new sport utility vehicles to these Imo State judges who have collected salaries, who don't have problem with, I'm sure some of them have cars. I'm sure they did not beg for the cars, but he said to give them 20 brand new SUV. Yet he has not paid the lower cadre staffs their salaries. Guys, follow me. I'm a political. As I'm seeing it, that's how I'm saying it. Now follow me. That's not all. If you people had checked our feed, please, guys, check our feeds. I think sometime earlier this year, we showed us a video of how Ehinitte Mbaise in Imo State complained that Fulani herdsmen has invaded their land and they have destroyed their crops and all that. They called on the state government to come to their aid, that they don't want issues. They spoke to their local chiefs to speak ahead, of which we didn't get feedback really. But they said eventually when the youth tried to, take laws into their hands, the security came on and brought peace to the land. Now, these guys have cried out, that's Ehinitte, Mbaise people have cried out that their farmlands have been destroyed by these cows. All right, follow me. Now, after all this hula baloo, all this whole whatever, the matter died. The next thing we just heard is the fact that 8 million naira payment has been made to Fulani herdsmen, and this was a price for his one Nigeria. The governor, Uzodinma of Imo State, has actually disclosed that the state government, in its wisdom, has paid the sum of 8 million naira to Fulani herdsmen who lost their cows at Ehinitte, Mbaise. And, this, okay, but for the sake of one Nigeria, he did all this for the sake of one Nigeria, really. He said he did this by... he received the leadership of Miyetti Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria at his Imo State government house in Owerri. And Governor Uzodinma affirmed that Imo people are very hospitable people and will do everything possible to make the state conducive for every Nigerian, irrespective of their religion and tribe. The governor also frowned at the governors who are rejecting and deporting the Almajiris from their state, noting that is not the spirit of one Nigeria. Did you hear that? While Governor Nyesom Wike saw the load that Almajiri beggars will bring to his economy right now, even though Rivers State have one of the highest producers of oil. He said, no, we don't need Almajiris that will come and beg. Go. If the Northerners are rejecting their own Almajiri, so why should you be accepting what everybody is rejecting? But Uzodinma say, in the spirit of one Nigeria, let them come in and reside. Why is even angry? Why should they be rejecting Almajiris? Everybody's a Nigerian. They should all come. Even give them 8 million naira for their loss of cow. Governor Uzodinma, I hope you have also paid the farmers for their cows, for their crops those cows have destroyed. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Let's continue. The governor further assured that the Almajiris are very free to stay in the state. He however noted that those of them coming into Imo State from other states will undergo mandatory process of 14 days self-isolation, being allowed into the society. His Excellency thanked Miyetti for their support and prayers while assuring them that Imo State under his watch shall ensure that there is prosperity for all. One of the leaders of the association, Alhaji Yakubu Bello, while reacting to governor's statement, thanked Governor Uzodinma for making the state conducive for them to conduct their business. He also assured the governor of their unloyal or unequal support and goodwill. Oh, Imo State, guys, you have heard it. While everybody's rejecting Almajiri, even Governor Erufai rejected Almajiris that is from Kano. He sent them back to Kano. The only people he accepted was Almajiris from Kaduna. He did not take any other person, but the only Almajiris that is from Kaduna. They rejected that which is not their own. Uzodinma said, it is one Nigeria. Every Almajiri, all the Almajiris in Nigeria, move to Imo State. Uzodinma is waiting for you. He's ready to welcome you. It's one Nigeria. Abi? Imolites, your cows, your crops that have been destroyed, there's no need. There's no compensation for you. Your elder brothers, the Fulani Almajiris, they are your elder brothers. If you touch their cows, they would pay them 8 million naira for the cows. Okay? So, sorry. Too bad. This is what is happening in Imo State. The younger civil servants have not been paid their salaries in full, while the governor of the state is gifting the judges of the land 20 brand new SUV. Why? Simply because he wants them to work harmoniously with him and the lawmakers. He wants them to be at peace with him so that they can work quietly and peacefully, so that they can, work well and deliver the people of Imo State. As if that is not enough. What happened in Ehinitte, Imo State, in Mbaise? He paid 8 million naira to Miyetti for their loss of cow, quote and unquote. But we never had any compensation plan for the farmers who lost their crops. Some of them, that's their mainstream income. That's where they get their source of income from. They've lost their crops, no form of compensation, but they will cry and bemoan their fate. In Imo State, even though they are indigents, who's going to rescue them right now? You want to go to court? The court are already now working harmoniously with the government of the day. So where will you go to get your verdict from? Now the question now is, while other states are rejecting Almajiris, Imo State is accepting it for one Nigeria. So I don't know. Our subscribers and Biafrans in our subs, over to you. What do you think about what Governor Hope Uzodinma, the package he has kept for Imolites? Please let's meet in the comment section. If you have not subscribed, please do so now.